What's happening, everyone? In light of recent events, I feel the need to put a disclaimer right before this video, and I was really on the fence whether or not I was even going to publish this video. However, I created this several weeks ago and just kind of had it sitting around before recent events kind of erupted. And many of you might know what I'm talking about, and for those of you that don't know what I'm talking about, don't bother looking into it because it's really not worth it. It's really not worth the time and the so-called heartache, and I'll just leave it at that. Though if you are interested, I'm sure if you delve deep enough into Reddit and elsewhere, you can probably figure out what happened. But this video has nothing to do with it, and I had planned this way before what transpired even happened. So that being said, I am going to publish this because I think it's a really good look at the community as a whole and who we are as a whole and who makes up the World of Warships community, and how in the end this community really isn't as toxic as some people think it is. It really isn't when compared to other video games out there. So with that being said, I'm going to play what I had recorded several weeks ago in its entirety. So thanks for watching, sit back, and here we go. I've been thinking about our community lately, the World of Warships community. Actually, though it might seem surprising, I think about the World of Warships community a lot. I care about this community. I consider this gaming community my home, as far as gaming communities are concerned. I've been a part of a gaming community before, formerly as a part of the Battlefield gaming community. I was fortunate to meet and make friends with many gamers in that community. Some are influencers for that game in the Game Changers program. I still play with many of them in Battlefield games and other games as well. A good community can make any game better and more enjoyable. It enhances the gamer experience and provides a reason to play. World of Warships has many communities in it, as the game is separated by regions. However, despite this, the game is one global community in the end of the day. And I think at this point, more than a few players play on each server, or at least interact with players from those other regions. Lately, I've once again seen many talking about the overt toxicity in World of Warships. I wish I could say this came as a surprise, but it's not. It's no different than a month ago, a year ago, or even 3 years ago. In fact, it's always been around. However, this is no different than any other game. This same toxicity has been present in any game I've ever played, sometimes even worse in those other games. Sadly, I can only say that's just the way it is. Our warships community is a microcosm of the world as a whole, a world where there are good and decent people, and, for lack of a better word, super salty people who just seem to hate their own situations so much they have to make everyone around them miserable. Whether it's that bloke brake checking you in his car in front of you, or that person that talks down on you because they feel they have a better job than you. It's no different in real life than in virtual life. Those same people play games, and they have an effect on the community, and always will. Despite this, there's also a lot of good in the Warships community, just as there always has been. Our community has many communities within, whether they're large clans or sub-forums or even the forums as a whole. There are many places where all the best of warships can be found. So don't despair, because as toxic as things seem, there's a lot more good out there. It's just the non-toxic players sometimes stay more quiet than the constant rabble-rousers. I feel very fortunate to have met a fair amount of our community, both as a community contributor and at random. Just a little while ago, I was at Spruce Knob, West Virginia. I'm the co-chair of an annual star party which we hold at one of the darkest places on the East Coast. Yeah, I've got hobbies outside of World of Warships. Hard to believe as it may be. I love astrophotography, both wide field and deep space objects. Anyhow, I was wearing a World of Warships hoodie when an attendee noticed it and asked if I played. We chatted and I told him how I was involved. He said he'd been playing for years. Every now and then he jumps on when he needs a break from life or his wife is preparing dinner. He's an older gentleman, much older than I am at least. And yet, he's that guy some players rage at for not being good enough. He admitted that freely, but it said he just ignores it and plugs on. And that's our community. All players from all walks and backgrounds. I've met hundreds at Let's Battle events I've been invited to, and I've gamed with thousands of you. Kids under 10, seniors over 60, working professionals, trade workers, blue-collared workers and white-collared workers, stay-at-home moms and even stay-at-home dads, veterans of the military and veterans of law enforcement, even more still serving, starving artists and not-so-starving artists, other community contributors, people with disabilities, LGBTQ, college students, parents, men, women, boys and girls, casual gamers and hardcore gamers alike, some with skill, some with none. This is our community. It is just as diverse as the world around us. Again, it's a mirror copy, but in much smaller form. So when you see toxicity, just know that it's no different than that one loudmouth in the office that needs to be the constant center of attention. That one person in an office or workspace where the others just shrug it off, don't say a word, and do their own job. Our community is no different. We have our loudmouths trying to make a scene. We have our teachers trying to help. We have leaders trying to direct players to victory. And we have the many, many more just trying to play and have fun. Many who don't type or answer or even acknowledge everything around them in-game. And it's not because they don't care. It's because they understand there are bigger things in life to care about. And that this is just a game. For my part, as a community contributor, I'm proud of our community. And proud to make it my gaming home. And yeah, I know not everybody likes me. Do I care? No. I've got members in my own family I don't like. I've got followers that may not agree with everything I say or do, and that's fine. Disagreement is awesome and makes for better conversation. A horde of yes men would get dull very quickly. But I tell you what, as a community contributor, I will always fight for this community and keep it as good as I can. For the average players, for the super unicums, for those who play a lot, and those that play just a little, and I will always treat you with equality. And if you ever do come out to a Let's Battle event I'm at, whether you like me or not as NoZoupForYou, the community contributor, NoZoupForYou, the person, Sean, will be more than willing to have a beer with you and talk about things other than ships. Let who you are in the game be a reflection of who you are outside of this game. But on that note, when you see toxicity from a player within this game, just realize one of two things. That may or may not be who that person really is. If you really want to help them in the community, don't engage them. Just ignore them. When they realize no one cares, they'll eventually stop, or move on to another gaming community. Above all though, the Warships community is a strong one. It does have a ton of great people, a strong majority of wonderful players. And I know this because I've met and gamed with many of you, and I am proud to have you in our community. I just want to tell you I do love this community, and I'm proud of all of you. And I thank you for your support, not only of me or any other community contributor, but as the community. So thank you all for everything you do to make this community a great community. And I hope you continue to do so. There you have it, everyone. Those are my thoughts on the community, and I truly do mean it. I love this community. I absolutely love it. And I'm going to let this round play out because I had a really fun round in Ranked, which, you know, sometimes doesn't happen that often. I was playing in the Republic, that doesn't sound right, but anyhow, we're going to roll with it. And played a little aggressively, and we just steamrolled the team. It was a lot of fun. But guys, you might think that this community has overt toxicity or any toxicity at all, but compared to other communities, this is a very docile community. It really is. The players are by and large good people in this game, and even the ones that show a little saltiness are as well. If you want to see true toxicity, go play a first-person shooter game, because that's where you're going to find toxicity. World of Warships, not so much. Yes, I know we might get frustrated with some individuals that do the same things over and over and over again. You know, there's names out there that continue to team kill, and not much is done about it. But by and large, the people are good. And we know that those people that do that are going to continue to do that, and it's almost become their catch thing. So, in the end, and I think I said it in Reddit a while ago, you do you. Just do you. Watch who you want to watch. Play how you want to play, and just be the player that you want to be. Make this community what you want it to be. Be a trailblazer in it. Do whatever. Just have fun, though. Because at the end of the day, that's all that matters. If you're having fun watching a certain individual play, whether they're a CC or not, if you're having fun playing the game, if you want to play a couple thousand rounds of co-op, and that's all you want to play, go for it. You know, it's your time. I'm not going to tell you what you can do with your time, or who you can watch in your time. Doesn't matter, you know, it's your time. And I'm going to end it here with this final secondary kill to cap off this absolutely good round I had in ranked. And I wish you all the best of luck. And I just wish you all the best of times. Enjoy this game and enjoy the community. And I'll catch you later. I'm out.
Enemy destroyer blown up.